Check out carmarshal.com. The link is in the description. They help support us.
Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Let me see your hands! Hold your position. We're good. Hold your position. Ruben! Ruben! Policia! Manos! 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 Put it down! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Do it now! Drop the gun! Shots fired, shots fired. Suspect down. Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Stay inside! Stay inside! Inside! Get inside! Get inside! Get inside! No! Get inside! Get inside! Get inside! Get inside! Put it down! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Put it down! Don't move! Get back inside! Get inside! Get inside! 1312, give us 33 traffic. We got people inside coming out.
Cop caught on graphic video shooting man with his hands in the air, no charges. The police officer who was caught on video shooting and killing a man who had his hands raised in the air, will not face charges. By Rachel Blevins, November 23, 2017. Charlotte, NC, the police officer who was responsible for shooting and killing a man who clearly had his hands raised in the air in surrender, will not face charges, even after the incident was caught on video. The encounter began when Ruben Galindo, 29, called police on September 6, and said that he was in possession of a firearm that he wanted to turn over to police. The father of 5 young children was on the phone with 911 operators for around 15 minutes. In the recordings of the calls released by Charlotte Mecklenburg Police and translated in a report from the News and Observer, a dispatcher is heard describing Galindo as a Spanish-speaking man who called 911 saying he's armed with a gun and wants officers to come help him. He refuses to give interpreters further information. It's unknown what he wants to do with the gun. Unknown if he's suicidal. He's not really cooperating. When the dispatcher asked Galindo what kind of help he needed, he replied, "Somebody who can speak Spanish." When an interpreter comes on the line, Galindo is asked, "Do you have a weapon?" and he replies, "Yes." Advertisement. "Where do you have the weapon?" the interpreter asked. "In my bag," Galindo said. "If you want, I can take it out." "Yes, yes, please," the interpreter responded. "Can you leave it in a safe spot in the house?" "I don't know where you can leave it, just somewhere safe." "When the officers arrive, please show them your hands." "Okay." "I don't want you with a weapon." "Okay," Galindo said, and then asked if police were on their way. "They're on their way, sir," the interpreter confirmed. Read more. This guy's been wrongfully detained by cops so many times, he's turned it into a comedy act. Galindo stayed on the line with the interpreter, and continued to ask where the officers were. The interpreter responded by claiming the officers were on their way, and even saying, "They are there to help you." Galindo then confirmed the most important fact that officers should have been aware of, and he repeated it multiple times. "I don't have bullets. I 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 am telling you sincerely and clearly that I don't have bullets." When contacting the officers responding to the scene, the dispatcher said, "He says he still has a gun on him." He's saying he doesn't have any bullets in it, but he says he still has a gun on him and doesn't want to set it down anywhere else. It appears he's inside because he's opening doors. We're outside of the apartment, the side of the building facing the road, an officer replied. As Galindo stayed on the line with the interpreter, and the dispatcher tried to communicate with the officers, the scene quickly changed and an officer opened fire on Galindo. Shot fired, shot fired. Suspect down, the officer confirmed. As the Free Thought Project reported, video footage of the encounter paints a chaotic scene in which officers began shouting to Galindo "Manos," which means only hands in Spanish. Other officers told him to throw the gun down. Still, another officer told him to put his hands up, which he did. He had his hands up for several seconds before one officer opened fire, hitting him twice, killing him. Galindo can be heard taking his final gasping breaths as the 911 call ends. The district attorney has now confirmed that the officer responsible for the fatal shooting, David Guerra, will face no charges. In a statement, the DA said, "While it is entirely possible that Galindo's intent was to surrender to police and give them the firearm, other alternatives that could have been lethal to the officers, neighbors in the community or other occupants of the residence were just as likely based on the information available to Officer Guerra in the seconds he had to evaluate the situation. This officer-involved shooting was indisputably tragic, but it was not unlawful." While the district attorney acknowledges the fact that neighbors could have been in danger if Galindo was acting erratically and in possession of a loaded gun, the statement does not address how those neighbors were endangered when Guerra opened fire, and it does not confirm whether bullets were found in Galindo's possession. Read more. Eye-opening survey shows number one fear of U.S. citizens is government, not terrorism. According to the report from the News and Observer, while police confirmed that they recovered the handgun Galindo was referencing, they still have not stated whether it had any bullets in it.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Charlotte County Cop Watch with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave let's say actually yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, at least I can do it. 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is you know, if I got, you know, some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. You know, 47,000 of you so far right now. You know, $1 a day. I mean, $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.